Being a mother is not an easy job. It was a calm Sunday noon when I walked the salt flats. Eventually, 2 friendly faces showed up, young, innocent and joyful. They were cute, so I adopted them. No one could have foreseen that we would become the prime target of a Mixpack that would hunt us for more than 90 minutes. Not as this would have changed anything, of course. We're a family now, and we are all in this together. It didn't take long for the first Pycno to show up. Our first encounter wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Could have been a hungry solo trying to snatch a meal. But when the Pycno proved to be unusually persistent, it was clear as day how this is going to end. But it was only really when I spotted the second Pycno approaching, I knew we were in trouble. Great, what started with 1 Pycno turned into 2, now 3. Wake up, princess. No sleeping on the job. Well, it looks like we've won the first round, but I've been playing this game for far too long. I know they aren't done with us yet, and I know that they haven't played all their cards by now. We bought ourselves some time and headed to the pond in Hudo. And as we've all learned from Sun Tzu, Art of War, we need to refill our water. Because they lack the power to break our defenses with sheer force. At least for now, there is no T-Rex. But they also won't give up the hunt, which means this will be very much a war of attrition. I am curious as to why the other Pycnos backed off for now. This wasn't a change of heart, of course. I bet they have been hungry and need to refill on critters. I know that I'm probably too slow to hunt this black Pycno down, but there is always a chance they might get stuck on something. And even if that is not enough, I want being in our proximity to be as exhausting as possible. We don't want this fight, but we will stay our ground. And yep, if 3 Pycnos aren't trouble enough, here you have a Latin joining their efforts. But turns out we have a secret weapon. Have you noticed that random Campto on the horizon? I don't know who this Campto was, but it will play a crucial role and be the main reason for the Pycnos' downfall. They also have huts now. Great. I know that I just steamrolled my own baby and that I'm a really bad mother for this, but have you noticed what the Campto did? It body blocked the pink Pycno so that I could catch up to it. Now, I have been fighting many groups like this, but this one is unusually persistent considering we are just trying to walk away from them. We are on the defense, we don't want this. Eventually, we will have to come up with some sort of plan. Iggy and Lambie are both excellent swimmers, but there is no river close by where we could leverage that. Now would you look at that if someone didn't quickly swap dinos? Well, at the very least I can make up for the steamrolling of my Pecky baby. Here you go, little one. I am really thankful for my baby Lambie. These heel calls, they are priceless. Eventually, we started to head south, walk through Hoodoo and Stego Mountain to get to Big Quill Lake. I know that walking through salt flats would have been faster, but 3 Pycnos on an open field is hell on earth. On the contrary, Hoodoo and Stego Mountain force close combat, which has helped us very much so far. Rest in peace, dear huts. Rest in peace. My little Lambie is taking this trophy to the home cave, and there is nothing these Pygnos can do about that. But as you might have also realized, their numbers are dwindling. But don't let that deceive you. They are not giving up, they are just swapping dinos again. Well, would you look at that? A duck that is far from water is directly walking at us. I am sure this is just a friendly random traveler and not at all part of this demonic Mixpack. Oh yeah, baby, jump off that cliff for me. I have no clue why this alpha critter is siding with the aggressive Mixpack. Also, why is this thing, small like my feet, even attacking me in the first place? I need to be a lot more careful, or else I'm going to smash my baby Packy again. Sometimes offense is the best defense, but offense alone can't solve any problem. And no matter how aggressive I push back against them, they keep the pursuit up. We need to get to Big Quill Lake to finally get some much needed space. Unfortunately, they have figured out that there is more than just one way to get up here. We need to go, and we need to go now. Okay, and with me handing the second trophy over, I am officially free from any guilt. There is something seriously wrong with that Iggy. Something tells me this Iggy arrived with malicious intent. Watch closely as it will try to creep up on me. This is very bad. I need to tell my group that they need to follow me over to the island. Okay, here's the thing. I can 1v1 the other Iggy, but it would take all of my attention, leaving my babies alone with 2 adult pygmies. That's why it was so important for us to get to the island first. Oh, dear God, please leave us alone. The Pecky is back and I can't say that I'm happy to see it. With the exception of that Pecky who tried to give it one last push, it seems like the Mixpack has finally given up. This pursuit lasted over 90 minutes and I'm just tired. However, we survived. Being a mother of 2 really is far from an easy job. But my work here is done, at least for today. Being a mother really is not an easy job, but my shift in the trenches is over.